Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day. This video, I just have a bunch of different updates I want to talk to you guys about, recent things that have been happening regarding with Kaspa, Ironfish. We're going to talk about CPU mining being profitable. Along with that, talking about Monero, Zephyr as well. We're going to talk about some Iceriver stuff. And then at the end, I want to talk about this new Jasminer X16-P and the Antminer E9 and all that kind of stuff. So stick around if you're interested in all those topics right after today's sponsor.
The MeterBox and OctoMiner are teaming up for another exciting giveaway. Win the latest proof of useful work, Iceriver E10, and X8 Ultra Plus and more. Introducing the limited edition OctoMiner box set by MeterBox. It includes the 125-volt and 250-volt meter boxes, a special NFT, stickers, and a keychain. Hurry! Only 250 box sets available. Visit themeterbox.com now to secure yours today. Purchase the OctoMiner box set and unlock a secret code for 1,000 entries. Plus, earn an extra 1,000 entries and receive that collectible NFT. Don't miss out. The contest ends July 30th.
Okay, first update. For anyone that cares about Kaspa, they just recently had their 10 block per second testnet, and apparently it's been running smooth. There's a tweet here from Shai. It says it's been running smoothly over 2 hours now, even though we don't stress load transaction yet. Some naughty participant decided to generate some anyway, whereby we are already witnessing more than 2,000 transactions per second. For the first time ever, a pure proof of work protocol has been carrying thousands of transactions per second across dozens, maybe hundreds of network nodes in a permissionless network running affordable hardware. I feel like that's maybe a little bit sarcastic. I don't know if these Icerivers are affordable hardware or not, but anyways, going along, this is history in the making, and we are just getting started. So you can see here, it says processed 143 blocks, 143 headers in the last 10 seconds. And then in highlighted here, it says 156 average transactions per block. Okay, but there's multiple blocks essentially per second. In this case, averaging around 10. You guys can see 10 blocks, 8 blocks, 13 blocks, 10 blocks, 12 blocks, 14 blocks, 11 blocks. So this is a pretty momentous feat for Kaspa. Now, for anyone that cares about the price, just showing here, looks like the price of Kaspa has gone down about 4% over the past day here. So who knows? Could go back up. Not quite sure. Kaspa has surprised us all over the past, I would say, couple weeks here, when it went back down to 0.1213 cents, and now it's 0.124. All right, or before that, now it's 0.23. So it's been pretty good, but nonetheless, it's been generally high over in this bear market, which again has surprised a lot of people, or not surprised for those that really believe in the Kaspa project. But anyways, going on, next update here, Ironfish. For anyone that's into Ironfish, today, as you guys are going to watch this video, they will have the full GUI node app for their wallet. So for those that remember, when Ironfish first came out, there's a lot of videos, including mine, how to do this, how to do that, and showing how to, do the manual node in Windows. There will now be the graphical user interface wallet, okay, that you can install in Windows. So tomorrow or today, as you guys watch this, the Ironfish node app launches. The node app is a game changer for network mining, allowing anyone to run a full node directly from their desktop. So if anyone wants me to do a dedicated video for those that want to transfer or export their manual, CLI wallet in Windows into a desktop wallet, let me know down below. But it should be pretty easy for those that want to do it. I mean, you just follow, type in Ironfish, I think help, and then it should come up with all the commands here. You guys can see, but it's going to be Ironfish wallet, and then that should come up with the commands here. And then I think it's going to be Ironfish wallet export an account. So I think that's going to be it, but don't quote me on that. Again, if you want to see a dedicated video of me doing the Ironfish wallet for desktop, let me know down below. If I don't get many hits or inquiries about it, then I won't make a video. I'm sure someone else is going to do it. All right, on to the next kind of update topic. So we all know with GPU mining, it's quite volatile right now. We are obviously in the bear market. I've talked about this before. Ultimately, for those that are mining for long term, your strategy is going to be yielding the coin in hopes that it's going to go up in the future, like in the bull run when Bitcoin starts going up. Generally, in my opinion, not financial advice, all the coins that you're deciding to mine generally go up. But of course, there's going to be some that don't go up as much as others. So mine the coins that you truly believe in that are going to exponentially go up a lot more than where they are now. Obviously, that is the strategy right now, depending on your electrical cost. For most people, I'm going to say if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you are probably more hard pressed to keep on mining because you will have to sell the crypto that you mine to pay for the electrical bill. But of course, there's going to be people with the strategy of just mining and hodling. Doesn't matter how much their electric is, or, generally they're okay to lose, a couple cents because it can go up much more than the numbers you are seeing right now. Like seeing these 5 cents per day, you're making, 6 cents per day on a 3060 at 10 cent kilowatt hour. You're not going to be selling into those 6 cents. It doesn't make sense to do that. And especially with taxes, depending where your jurisdiction is and how your tax laws work. Most likely though, in North America for mining, if you're mining at a large scale, your cost basis is going to be that 19 cents on a single 3060. So taxes will be very minimal, but of course you'll have to pay your electrical bill out of pocket, because if you want to make that exponential gain down the road when the coins start appreciating in price, that is the ultimate strategy for a lot of miners who want to risk doing that. And of course, when it comes to taxes, when you sell later on, you'll have to pay a capital gain or a capital loss if you decide to sell it less than for what you mined it for. I don't think a lot of people want to do that, obviously, but consult your tax professional, tax accountant. This is not tax advice or anything. This is just what I've been doing. This is what I've been told to do. So don't take my word for it. Always consult a tax professional. Anyways, overall though, GPU mining right now, depending on your electrical cost, for most residential miners, you are probably not profitable right now. You are most likely breaking even after all your expenses and everything. So a lot of people have turned off, and you know what? That's the sad reality of, I guess, GPU mining or any type of mining, really, depending on the prices of these coins and whatnot. There is, of course, a lot of risk when it comes to mining any type of hardware like GPUs or even CPUs. So good segue into CPU mining now. Okay, I'm gonna just kind of correlate as to why NICEHASH has been showing profitability on CPUs. And I'm going to have to say this is probably going to be short-lived. And here's why. So right now, looking at the Monero difficulty chart, and we're going to talk about Zephyr as well. They're both random X coins, okay? And on NICEHASH, the most hash rate, which is bought on their website to, they're a hash rate rental that someone's renting for a lot right now, is for random X Monero. And I'm sure someone could rent this hash rate for Zephyr as well. It looks like over the past couple of days here, the Zephyr hash rate has been going up quite drastically here. And looking at, let's say, ekapool.com, looks like there was a pretty drastic jump on June 26th. All right, 9.17 mega hash, all the way up to like 80, 90, 87 mega hash. Not quite sure how many CPUs that is, but I feel like that's a lot. Maybe that could be rented. Another big jump here is on June 25th from like, let's say 721 mega hash all the way up to 63 mega hash in this time frame, the same day. So this could be another rented hash rate, not quite sure. But yeah, that could be from NICEHASH. And then looking at Monero, looks like Monero's had some jumps here on certain pools. C3 pool, support XMR is kind of going all over the place here. I'm not quite sure what's happening there. Some other dxpool.net, I'm not quite sure what's happening here. But just looking at, a typical, let's say, Ryzen 3900X, okay, we hit calculate at 14 cent kilowatt hour, general, I'm going to say North American kilowatt hour electrical cost. This Ryzen 9 3900X apparently is making 81 cents after electric. But to correlate with that, okay, so the difficulty of Monero has been coming down gradually since the beginning of January of 2022. And so right now it's hovering around 275, I think, gigahash here. If we look at the hash rate has also been obviously going down, so that follows the difficulty there. And look at that, it used to be about 3.2 gigahash, now it's about 2.29 gigahash. But the price of Monero has been generally going up over the past 7 days. So let me bring it up here. Over the past 7 days, 21%. Okay. The past 24 hours, 3%. So if we just zoom out here, it looks like we've had a pretty big rise up in the Monero over the past 7 days. Yeah, the price of Monero has been going from $139 to $167. So that is why we are seeing profitability now with mining with CPUs like Ryzen 3900Xs, or maybe, I don't know, Ryzen 3600Xs, 3700X. Let's just see here. I actually have a bunch of these. I'm actually going to do a video of turning my CPUs back on, but not for profitability. I'm not going to be doing it based on what numbers I'm seeing here. I'm going to do it based on the coin that I want to mine. So stay tuned for that video. But yeah, just seeing on eBay for like a Ryzen 3600X, there's been generally some people buying these for like 64 bucks, 53 bucks, $59, $75. So I wonder, you know, what would the ROI or break even of a Ryzen 3600X be? It would be interesting, but a thing to consider is, okay, 30 cents a day as of right now. But like I said in the beginning of talking about CPU mining, I think it's going to be short-lived, because if you look at the Monero hash rate, a lot has generally come down or come offline over the past, I don't know, year and a half now. So just think about how many CPU mining rigs are offline right now. How many data centers are not mining Monero or mining whatever coin that will be profitable? All right, I'm putting my hands up here, in quotes, profitable on NiceHash. I'm going to say this is not going to last long, because as people talk about this, like myself, if people on this channel, you guys are watching this, oh, I'm going to turn on my CPU rigs too. So obviously, I'm just going to take note here of the hash rate. All right, 2.37, and Zephyr 262, 358. Wow, there's a lot here. So over time here, over the next week, let's come back, let's make another video and see if this, you know, 3600X that was making 30 cents USD a day is now zero, because there's been a lot of people turning back on, maybe a lot of hash rate or a lot of data centers decide to turn back on. It's really the same idea with GPU mining. I mean, we are in this bear market right now, thinking about how much hardware is out there that is offline, not only GPUs, but CPUs, whatever, a bunch of different hardware out there that is offline. And so when the prices of these coins start going back up, when the profitability, right, profitability, in quotes, profitability comes back, just like what happens in bull runs, when Bitcoin goes up and, you know, all these coins start going up, profitability starts roaring back, everyone and their dog is going to start coming back, turning on their hardware, buying hardware at very high prices, because there's going to be people that maybe have never learned or even known about crypto mining, and they're going to FOMO in, they're going to spend thousands of dollars on a GPU or $1,500 on a Ryzen 9 5950X or something. You know, CPU mining is going to be making $30, $50 a day or something, if and when, you know, the bull run comes around, and these coins like Monero, maybe Zephyr, maybe Varus coin, maybe Darrow, all these CPU mineable coins, if and when that does happen, it's going to be quite interesting. So anyways, guys, that's just a little bit of the CPU mining. I just want to give you guys an update here. Some people wanted me to talk about it, and I'm like, you know what, let's do it. I am not a CPU miner myself, but I do have hardware that has been sitting that I can start turning on. So, but yeah, like Monero, for instance, just has gone up like 30 bucks. So that's why we've seen an increase in profitability here, according to NiceHash. Okay, this video is getting long. I'll try to timestamp everything, but we got Iceriver here. Okay, so some of you have probably seen my video of receiving the Iceriver KS0. Also tried to cook an egg on it. That didn't really work. It kind of worked near the end, but it was kind of stupid nonetheless. Anyway, this is now $1,000. I remember this being what, $1,700, and then Iceriver decided to bring down the price and also give coupons for those that bought it before the high price. All right, so I thought that was a pretty nice touch of Iceriver to give like a coupon or like a pretty big discount for those that would buy a different one or another one or something like that. But people have been asking me, Red Panda, where can you buy this? So Iceriver.io, obviously, or Coastal Crypto, if you contact them, I believe they have allocation of 20 of them for a beginning of July or end of July release. Not quite sure. Just go contact Coastal Crypto Mining. Go to their website, coastalcryptomining.com. I have a link down below in case you guys want to buy anything there. As well as Crypto Miner Bros has allocation. They say here July batch. Okay, their price is $13.49 all in. This includes the low value cost, so you don't have to pay duties or taxes or anything like that. Includes shipping and all that kind of stuff as well. Belay Mining also has the KS0 for $1,000, but they're going to tack on the shipping, and not sure if they're going to lower the value or if the customs and duties. You can ask them. Link down below. I don't have an affiliate. I'll use someone else's. So yeah, that's really where I've seen a lot of these Icerivers being sold for anyone that really wants it. Now, is it a good idea to buy these for $1,000 right now? Well, that begs the question. I am not sure, to be honest. This is something that it is pretty insane that we are seeing such profitable numbers out of a miner that you guys know. I got one back in April 19th is when I actually started, or April 20th is when I started turning on the KS2. And so this thing was making like $1,200 a day at the peak here for a couple days. Then it went down to $800, then $600, then $500 a day. And then now we're back up at like $700, $800 a day. But I did hear from T-Swift, if you're listening, man, thanks for the info, that these KS2s are shipping out now. Okay, KS2s are going to be shipping out in the next week, apparently, for those that bought it. KS1s, KS2s, all these ones right here. Sorry, I was looking at CryptoMiner Bros, but over here, you can see these KS1s are $8,499 now. So I think everyone knows, you know, with crypto mining hardware, they price it because of the profitability. And so everyone knows regarding the Iceriver KS3s that are coming out apparently in August from Bitmain. Maybe it could be delayed. People that have the KS0s or KS2s or KS1s are hoping that the KS3s will be delayed from Bitmain. I hope so too, obviously, because of profitability, of course. Hopefully, a lot of you guys are living vicariously through me because I've had this KS2 for almost a month or almost 2 months now. But according to Iceriver, they're selling it for $16,000. Belay Mining also has it, but they have it here for $17,000. So like another $1,000 more than Iceriver. But a crappy thing of what I've been hearing from a lot of people is that Iceriver themselves, when they do shipping out, when they ship it out, they value it at the value that you bought it for. So if you're in North America, like in the US, you're going to pay another 25% tariff on this price if they value it at $16,000, which a lot of people got dinged about with the KS0 when they were valuing it at $1,700. So some people have to pay $400, $500, which is horrible, which is terrible. I'm like, I don't know why Iceriver couldn't lower the value. Anyways, that's a little update of the Iceriver stuff in case anyone came this far and watched this far. All right, last little thing I want to talk about is these new Jasminer X16-Ps. Okay, so this is like a 5,800 mega hash miner, $9,412. So I wanted to just talk about, is it better to buy this X16P or is it better to buy these E9 Pros, which are really, really cheap now, like much cheaper. I've seen prices range from 2,000 to 2,600 right now. So just take these prices with a grain of salt. But the $9,400 X16P. So here's what I want to get at here. Okay, so my E9 Pro, I'll show you guys here. I'm doing a long-term test, seeing how long it'll take to ROI break even on this. I believe it's $3,500 when I first received it. I have yielded so far 16.2 Ethereum Classic, almost $300 worth. Last 30 days, $249. Okay, 13.4 Ethereum Classic. So I'm getting about every day. I'm getting about $9 a day, about 0.5 in an ETC a day, which in my opinion is pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. This is a pretty cool. You guys can see my address here. Look on it on 2Miners if you want. I don't care. I'm going to be hodling all of this ETC because if, for instance, it's Ethereum Classic goes back up to its old all-time high, this 16 Ethereum Classic, let's just say, for instance, let me just get the calculator out. Let's just say, you know, the 16 times, I think 117 was the all-time high. It would be $1,800, $1,900. Plus, of course, I got to minus the electricity, but we'll do those calculations once I potentially hit break even. So for mining for less than 2 months now, I could theoretically break even half. So another maybe couple more months here, I could get more Ethereum Classic. And if Ethereum Classic can go up to new all-time highs down the road, who knows, right? That's basically the strategy. Is similar to like GPU mining or even CPU mining if you're hodling the coins for long-term potential and not just for the daily profit unless you're really hard-pressed financially. Anyways, going back to my efficiency sheet here, which you guys can access down below. I got Bitcoin, Litecoin, Kaspa. I try to update the prices here as much as I can, efficiency, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, yes, the Jasminer X16P is efficient. It's got 8 gigs of RAM, 5.8 gigahash, okay, on Ethereum or ETC hash, ETH hash or ETC hash. So the power consumption is 1900 watts, and that is a 0.32 watt per hash efficiency. One of the top most efficient ASIC miners for ETH hash or ETC hash, okay, especially the X16Q as well. Exact same efficiency, it's just lower hash rate, almost 2000 mega hash at 630 watts. Now, looking at the E9 Pro, okay, 7 gigabyte model, They're all 7 gigabyte, I believe, 3,680 mega hash, but the power consumption is 2,200 watts. And so that's going to give you about a 0.59 watt per hash. I wanted to show you guys here. I have an E9 Pro, which I just showed you here. It actually has been doing like averaging 4 gigahash on 2 miners. Okay, 4 gigahash. All right, so I have those numbers here. All right, so my efficiency is about 0.55. And you know what? Once I put on the Fruition Designs E9 Pro Kit silencer kit, then I can lower the power consumption down, I think down another 200 watts or so. So it could be 2,000 watts. And then theoretically, I can make it even more efficient, depending on my environment, all that kind of stuff, your environment, if you decide to mine it. So, but yeah, anyways, I'm going to put this back to 2,200. I'll do those tests later. But anyways, here's the biggest thing for me, my reasoning for buying either E9 Pros versus the Jasminer X16-P. So $9,400 versus the E9 Pro, which is $2,649 on CryptoMiner Bros or other places where you could potentially find it for cheaper, but this is the all-in price on CryptoMiner Bros. Link down below. Use code RedPanda for $50 off if you guys decide to buy anything there. If we go to the dollar per mega hash, if I sort by the best dollar per mega hash here, the E9 Pro wins out. Okay, so the amount of money that you're spending per mega hash is much cheaper than it would be for the X16P, all right, which is $1.62 versus, you know, roughly around $1.66. Could be cheaper, could be more. So depending on your electrical costs, if for people that have really low electrical costs, the E9 Pro would probably be a better buy, because you can also buy 4 of these, probably a good 3 or 4 of these E9 Pros against a X16P, which is almost $9,500, right? Probably $10,000 all in once it's said and done. And then as well, you're going to get like 4 times more of the hash rate, maybe 3 times more of the hash rate, right? Let's just say 4,000 times 3, that's going to give you 12 gigahash versus, let's say, the 5.8 gigahash here. So you're going to be yielding a lot more of the coin. Of course, you're going to spend more on electric, but if you had cheaper electric, depending where you live, you're going to break even a lot faster on the E9 Pro currently. Now though, okay, over time, right, there's going to be a calculation over time if you had the X16P, because it is more efficient. So if your electrical cost was a lot higher, then obviously going the E9 Pro route would be less feasible in the long run. But there's going to be a calculation regarding that, but it just really depends on your electrical cost. So what would you guys rather buy, the X16P or the E9 Pros? Honestly, the efficiency being, you know, almost less than double, right? Less than double of from the E9 Pro to X16P. I guess really it's going to come down to, you know, how much of this hardware is going to come online, how much more difficult the Ethereum Classic network hash rate or ETHW or any of these ETH hash coins, ETC hash coins, you know, overall is going to be more difficult to be essentially profitable for some people, for those that care about it. Anyways, guys, longest video ever. Let me know if you made it to the end. Really appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think about this video. I'll try to do more of these update videos. Let me know your thoughts. All right, I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Peace out.